So my friends, welcome to a new altcoin update video. And today it's about XLM or Stellar Lumen. It has been requested very, very often. And since we have already made videos on XRP, on HBAR, and I believe Algorand, it makes sense to do an XLM update video as well. The last one was several weeks or months ago. That was last year when we had this massive price increase. Meanwhile, yes, this big correction, but it also offers opportunities. Why, how, and for what reason? We will definitely look at that in today's update video and what you should particularly pay attention to. So definitely stay tuned until the end. If you have more altcoin requests, feel free to write them in the comments below. I would be happy about that. Simply, of course, it's also good for you because the more altcoins, the better. Give the video a like. Give the video a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. And of course, feel free to join the free Telegram talk and signal group. If you're interested in updates, news, and signals, feel free to join. You can find the link for it for free in the video description below. And if you're still looking for an exchange where you can buy XLM, for example, you can do so with my partner exchange BingX. You can also find the link for it below in the video description or in the comment section. By doing so, you support the channel or me, and you can currently grab some nice bonuses here. So sign up and get started. Yes, XLM, we had this massive price increase here, which we experienced back then in this entire sector. Whether it was XRP, HBAR, or Algorand, we saw these massive price increases everywhere, particularly pronounced with XLM. If we look at it from the low point or from this range as well, it went up 600%. But here too, one must honestly say the market knew its limit, and that was the golden pocket drawn from the last, bull run top to the low, which was pretty much the maximum here. So 0.786 level was narrowly missed, but for me, the golden pocket was always the maximum for every altcoin, and that's where it ended up. After that, there was a correction back up into the golden pocket, and thus this retest, this bearish retest, also known as a dead cat bounce, and it went down. Since then, we have been moving in a, massive falling wedge. The only difference is you can only recognize this when you're on the logarithmic chart. On the regular chart, because you can see for yourself now, watch out, this is logarithmic. There the line looks completely different because then we are not in a falling wedge, but rather still in a flag or a downtrend. That's why you need to be a bit careful here. If you have it set to logarithmic, you won't see it. On regular, you can then see that we are in a massive falling wedge movement, which I find somewhat good here. For that, we need to turn on the vector candles. By the way, we are here on the daily time frame. We have now hit this massive box here, this massive daily demand zone, which was extremely important. The inefficiency has not been completely filled yet. It is down here at 14 US dollar cents, but as mentioned, this massive box with a lot of volume, that means the 0.786 level has also been hit by now. Oh, and that's a good sign. Now I'm turning off the indicator again so you have a bit more overview here. So now the pivot has been hit, huge zone. So this here is definitely an accumulation zone. For me at the bottom, for XLM. Second aspect, if we draw the VIP level from our top to our current low here, and then now from bottom to top, that would be the golden pocket. We would definitely have safely our 140% even at the 0.5 level. That means you could accumulate here and, according to my strategy, take out the investment after 100%. You would be driving relatively safely here, although it must also be said that the falling wedge price target, if it were to occur, is of course always the stop up here. So again, the 62 US dollar cents. But, and now comes the big but point, and this correction could also drag on a bit longer. And indeed, as mentioned, we still have a massive inefficiency here that goes down to 14 US dollar cents. That means we also have potential here for a 38% dump. So that needs to be factored in. But for me, it's also the second buying zone, to be honest with you, down here between 10 and 11 cents. That means this is zone number one. The second zone is then down here at 10 US dollar cents. Why not a third? Because to be honest, I haven't found a third one unless you possibly consider this former range here. You might still consider it. It would also fit, I would say, with this inefficiency. But then you would have to place this zone between 15 and, let's say, 14 US dollar cents. As I said, the price target for me remains just this last top up here for now. I am not going further at the moment, or rather up to a maximum of 64 US dollar cents. What is your opinion on this? Feel free to write it in the comments below. Do you have XLM in your portfolio? Will you buy more of it? What do you think about price targets? Write it down below. And otherwise, I would say we'll hear each other again in the next video. That's it from my side. Until then, bye-bye. And as always, stay crypt.